What?
After hours of standing off, this situation has now rapidly deteriorated. The LAPD moving in on horseback, firing rubber bullets at protesters, moving them on through the heart of LA.
Nah, he shot at her on purpose. Yo. They bugging out in LA. How you just gonna shoot that reporter like that, you bitch ass nigga? Look, right here. Nah, he did that on purpose, yo. What was he aiming at? See, and this is why Australians don't be want to come out here. She just trying to do her Australian news and report back to the lads. And here she goes down to LA and then she just got popped with a rubber bullet. This shit is embarrassing. Shout out to the lads. Yo, lad, you clicked the title, you read the page, so I'ma just get to the point. What y'all news reporters is doing down in LA? Y'all know what's going down in LA? In case you don't know, it's a bunch of protests going on. Everybody is like so not okay with Trump's way of well, some people are not okay with the way Trump is handling immigration, the ICE process. It's like they don't like it, you know, and it's becoming a big deal, you know, and I gotta admit, Trump is handling this shit a little sloppy. You know, some things I agree with, some things I'm like, yo, Trump, you bugging out, bro. But that's how it is with all presidents. You know, some things you agree with, some things you don't. That's how it is with most people in life. But I say that to say, if you in LA, man, thoughts and prayers. If you're a reporter, if you're a content creator, get the fuck out the way. Get out of the way. Because this is not safe. Like, this is dangerous. Apparently, a reporter got shot with a rubber bullet. Could you imagine just reporting the news? Just imagine. You reporting the news. Reporting live. Los Angeles. Where the protesters got so bad the national... I mean, it's a rubber bullet, but still, you know what I'm saying?
Has now rapidly deteriorated. The LAPD moving in on horseback, firing rubber bullets at protesters, moving them on through the heart of LA.
You just shut the fuck. What?
After hours of standing off, this situation has now rapidly deteriorated. The LAPD moving in on horseback, firing rubber bullets at protesters, moving them on through the heart of LA.
You just Nah, he shot at her on purpose. Yo. They bugging out in LA. How you just gonna shoot that reporter like that, you bitch ass nigga? Look, right here. Nah, he did that on purpose, yo. What was he aiming at? See, and this is why Australians don't be want to come out here. She just trying to do her Australian news and report back to the lads. And here she goes down to LA and then she just got popped with a rubber bullet. This shit is embarrassing. You just shut the fuck up. You okay? Yo, the cameraman like, nah, you good? Let's get the fuck up out of here now. Let's get out of here. We ain't built for these American streets now.
Good morning. We begin with developing news out of Los Angeles, where tensions have reached boiling point. Tear gas and rubber bullets fired as protesters clash with police over immigration raids. Straight to US correspondent Lauren Tomasi. Lauren, what's the latest as we come to you?
Kate, this situation really unraveled.
Yo, she back in the field, girl? Nah, I would have quit. Well, maybe not quit. I don't know, because I done quit jobs for less, but I would have quit. I just got hit with a rubber bullet while I was reporting the news, and they put her back in the field. Yo, that's worse in football. Yo, that's worse than football. You know, in football, them niggas be having whole concussions. They be like, go in there, allegedly. Let me say that, but that's what it be. I seen that Will Smith movie
about 90 minutes ago, and it has been out of hand ever since. If I can just show you here the amount of riot police that are on the street. This is actually an on-ramp onto the 101 freeway in Los Angeles. We're in the heart of downtown right now, and this area has just been entirely shut down by police and by protesters. If we can just have a look over in the distance there, you can see.
And it's funny, right? No, this is not funny. This is actually really fucked up. But I say that to say, I did an Instagram video and I was like, this is too much. Like, this is just not good. You got people Oh, so it's good what Trump is doing? No, both is wrong. And this is the thing that I be trying to get through to people. You can't fight wrong with wrong. That never works. That never works. If what Trump is doing is wrong, then what you guys are doing is wrong too. This does not solve the problem. I don't know what solved the problem, but I can assure you this don't solve the problem. This solves absolutely, positively nothing. They're even trying to compare it to what happened in 91 with Rodney King. What did that solve? What did that solve? The officers still got off. The officers got off. You burned down your city. Y'all caused millions of damages. They sent the military boys in, whatever the case may be. I was born in 92. But from the research that I've done, it solves nothing. It solves nothing. That's all I'm saying. Wrong and wrong does not equal right. So we got to figure out a better way. I want us to figure out a better way.
The dark black smoke that is coming from a vehicle that has been set alight by protesters as they move through the city here. There have been thousands of people throughout the day. Things had been relatively on and off, a little bit of moments of chaos, but then it was unclear what exactly sparked this big movement from police. They came through on horses, firing tear gas, firing those flashbang grenades, and moving through so quickly. Officers here are actually heading down onto the highway now. It's quite extraordinary to see. If we can just point over here, Jimmy, you can see them walking down. This is a major freeway in Los Angeles. You can see one side of that still open there, but officers moving down. We know a little earlier on in the day, protesters had made their way down trying to block off this freeway. I think they might be down there again, but you can see the amount of people that are walking through here. These officers are all armed with batons as this situation continues to develop. But all of this, Kate, this is now day 3, is happening in protest of the immigration and custom enforcement raids that have been unfolding in Los Angeles. Undocumented migrants have been the target of these raids. They were a surprise and has sparked...
Oh, undocumented. Oh, I thought it was. Oh, I didn't. Oh. So these are. Oh.
Such fierce anger throughout Los Angeles. This is a city that is made up of so many immigrants. There is actually around 10% of the city that is undocumented migrants. That's hundreds of thousands of people, and there is just so much anger here in Los Angeles right now.
So somebody fill me in. Fill me in. So since they're undocumented, just fill me in.
Yeah, Lauren, and these are incredible scenes that we're seeing at the moment. It has now entered the evening there. I know you and your cameraman yourselves, you got caught up in some of the crossfire earlier. Do you get a sense that it is becoming more heated as the day goes on?
It definitely feels that way, and you know, we can see vehicles on fire. There have been at least 3 cars that have been set alight by protesters. This is now day 3, and certainly the evenings have been getting a little more out of hand. But what we have been seeing in the past 90 minutes or so is by far and away the most significant escalation here on the ground. I'm going to stay here a little bit further away from these police because they have been firing a lot of tear gas. It has been so heavy in the air, but even so, it just doesn't seem to be deterring these protesters. That's one of those flashbang grenades. They're being let off in an effort to try and deter these protesters, but I keep seeing fireworks in the distance as well. Protesters are lobbing things back at these officers. It really is kind of a mix of the LAPD, these riot police, and then of course we've seen those soldiers on the ground here in Los Angeles, the National Guard. There are at least 300 deployed by the Donald Trump administration. The US president ordering in those National Guardsmen and putting them under.
Yo, I know Australia like this some ghetto ass shit. I know. Just pray for us, yo.
Federal service, that in itself is such a significant move. Normally it would be something that the state governor asks the president for, but in this case Donald Trump bypassed Governor Gavin Newsom, who is calling for these federal soldiers to move on out of Los Angeles. Look, the last time that was done, Kate, was more than 50 years ago, back in 1965. So it is truly a huge escalation. And everyone that I've spoken to here today, the very vast majority of them have been from Los Angeles. They just say they want these National Guardsmen out, they want these immigration and customs enforcement agents out, and it just doesn't feel like...
But here's the thing, how do we solve this? Because like she said, they're undocumented. So how do we solve this? And not this way.
Anything is going to let up until that happens. I mean, if we can just show you this man here, he's got one of the fluorescent guns there, and that is one of the things that can fire off tear gas canisters, and then those rubber bullets as well, which we've been seeing the crowd peppered with. But look, across the road there, the Mexican flag, we've seen quite a number of those, of course, a huge Mexican population in Los Angeles as well. So look, Kate, it's just a situation that doesn't seem to be letting up right now. It feels very tense.
Man, thoughts and prayers, bro.